Awake is a UK-wide programme run by Engage, the National Association for Gallery Education. In 2020, Children's Art Week will take place online, at home and in schools across 3 weeks in June and July. Each week will focus on a special theme. The 2020 themes are the natural world, connecting across generations, and literacy and creative writing.
Over the past few months, the COVID-19 pandemic has highlighted how essential creativity and the visual arts are for learning, connecting, and well-being. While our venues, cultural organizations, and some school buildings may be closed, engaging in the visual arts is more important than ever.
With this week's focus being the natural world, what better way for us to take part than showing off our creative skills and engaging in the Kindness Rocks project. This started with Megan Murphy, who began collecting different shaped stones and pieces of smooth glass from the beach, seeing them as rare treasures or signs and messages.
My parents passed away when I was in my early 20s, so before I had my children. And so I would basically have conversations. You know, people would say conversations with God, I would say conversations with my mom and dad, and I'd be looking for signs and messages from them. It was a very introspective process for me. You know, I'd say like, Mom, Dad, you know, send me a message or a sign that this is the right thing that I should be doing, or this is the direction I should be going in. So I had this whole system. A heart-shaped rock would be for my dad, and a piece of sea glass would be for my mom. And when I would find one, I would feel really like I was being supported and that was the right decision or direction to go in. And I would leave the beach that day and I'd think, wow, okay, I've got this, I can handle this. So yeah, those were the moments that I really felt something, you know, bigger than myself. But through this process, I realized that actually the answers lied within me. It wasn't like coming from something outside. There were no messages from somebody else. It was, you know, something that I already knew. I started noticing other people that were walking. And I started noticing that they had the same expressions as I did on my face, that they were maybe introspective or looking for something, contemplating life. And I thought, huh. And one day when I was leaving for my walk, there was a Sharpie pen on the counter, and I picked it up and I was like, I stuck it in my pocket. And when I got to the beach, I looked around, like to see if anybody was watching me, and I started writing messages on the rocks. And you know, I'm like dropping them and walking, you know, a ways and doing another one. And on the very first day, I only dropped 5 rocks. And I was thinking, what am I doing? The whole time I'm like, what am I doing? You know, like, Mom and Dad, what am I doing? And interestingly enough, that night, a friend of mine texted me a picture of a rock she found on the beach. And there's millions of rocks. I mean, millions of rocks. There's no possible way that I dropped 5 rocks and that a friend of mine found one of those rocks and she picked it up and texted me. I didn't tell anybody I was doing it. I mean, that's really odd. Really odd. And I think maybe she might have recognized my handwriting and she knew I walked the beach every day, that beach. So when she texted me the picture of it, I was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. That was not me. But that's really cool that somebody did that. And she replied, and this is when the project started. This was the absolute moment that it started, was when she said to me, if you did drop this rock, it made my day. I was having a rough day and the message just meant so much. And I thought, okay, I have something here.
This week we will be thinking about positive messages and images we want to share with our community. The stamps we make will be laid on schools so that we can share our messages with everyone. Think about how you can use your creative skills to spread kindness.
What our world needs now is kindness and connection. What if kindness became contagious and everyone realized we are all truly connected? What if we were able to block out all the negativity that surrounds us, and we were only receptive to thoughts, ideas, and images that were positive and uplifting? What if kindness became a connecting force for good? Together, we can make this happen. We tune into the media and are bombarded by negativity. We can't help being affected by all of it. Imagine, just for one moment, that these images focused on optimism, where acts of kindness are given the spotlight and everyday heroes are celebrated and idolized. We have become lulled into a pessimistic perspective, where even inspirational words become meaningless. They adorn our coffee cups, are sewn into our t-shirts, but we have become numb to their true meaning. These words only seem to come alive during the times of crisis. We only pay attention to their true meaning when we need them most. They spark hope and reignite faith. Yet once we have sailed through our storm successfully, we again lose sight of their power. So how do we break this cycle and reconnect with the true meanings behind the words such as love, faith, hope, and gratitude? How do we bring them back into our everyday awareness? By participating in daily random acts of kindness. When we remember to hold the door for someone, smile at a stranger, or help someone in need, then we become the change we wish to see in the world. It's a simple law of attraction. When you put positive energy into the world, it comes back to you. Each of us has the power to create small, daily, positive shifts that will make a huge impact on our lives, our community, and our world at large. So, what are you gonna do?